Well, hello there. I'm going to do something a little bit different on this one. Um, I'm going to talk about the coronavirus and a few other things, probably. Um, it's probably going to be a bit of a ramble, this one, because I'm nothing scripted. I've got a few ideas, but um, this whole coronavirus thing, this world pandemic, from all evidence that I I don't think it's as terrifying as the world media is making it out to be. I think it's being way overhyped. Now, sure, yeah, people are getting ill and some people are actually dying from it, but the news is that that it's the elderly and those people who already have medical complications and breathing difficulties and respiratory disorders, etc., etc. I looked up yesterday, in fact, at the number of cases in the UK and how many people had actually died out of a population of something like 70, 75 million or however many it is. And there's about 800 cases or thereabouts, and 11 people had died. I looked back, and 2 years ago, the flu epidemic killed 3 times as many people in 1 week. 35 people died in the UK out of a population of 70 or so million in just 1 week. And some countries like Italy is supposed to be on a complete and utter lockdown. I'm hearing stuff out of America. But again, even the people I'm listening to on, medical people on YouTube that I'm listening to, getting independent reports, they're saying that actually it's not as bad as the flu, and more people are dying of pneumonia around about this time of year than ordinarily each year than are dying of coronavirus. Now, let me just have a look. I've got a web page up here. How dangerous is coronavirus really? When are symptoms likely to appear and who is at risk of death? All you need to know about the illness that is sweeping the world. How dangerous is coronavirus? About 14% of people who contract the COVID-19 coronavirus are taken to hospital with severe symptoms including breathing problems and pneumonia. About 5% need intensive care. About 5% of those need intensive care. But the majority who get the virus suffer nothing more than a cough and may never know they were infected. So far, some 51,000 people around the world have already recovered from coronavirus, and that just includes the numbers who received a diagnosis. How many people die? Officially, the death rate so far has been just over 3%. But experts believe the true mortality rate is probably between 1 and 2%. This is because most mild cases have not been picked up by doctors or reflected in the official numbers, so the death rate is inflated. But doesn't coronavirus spread more easily? Yes, but not dramatically. The best estimates suggest that every person with COVID-19 passes it on to 2.6 people on average. For flu, that number is 1.5. So, yeah, okay, it's not a great deal more virulent than the flu virus. Do you know what I think? And I I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Next week, it might be sort of like a third of the world population might have died because it's just suddenly accelerated and gone nuts. But I think it's an experiment. You see, the evidence suggests that this COVID-19 virus was developed in a lab in China, in a laboratory, and was leaked out. And the information I have is that COVID-19 is a bat coronavirus, which apparently does not infect humans. But it was in this laboratory, it was combined with the SARS virus so that it will infect humans. That sounds like a weapon to me, an experimental weapon. Now you see, I believe the media, the news media, are way overhyping this coronavirus outbreak, and the amount of fear-mongering that's going on. You people are going absolutely nuts in the supermarkets, buying up toilet rolls and rice and, you know, food products and antibacterial hand gel, as if antibacterial gel will actually have much of an effect on the coronavirus, because it's a virus, not a bacteria. And antibiotics don't work on viruses because they kill bacteria, not viruses. So people are going absolutely hysterical about coronavirus, which is no more deadly than the common flu bug. And you see, why I think it's an experiment is the world elite, the people who are really pulling the strings, the people with all the money. Tell them about the money, honey. The people who are really pulling the strings, they're taking notes on this. In much the same way as I believe the European Union was an experiment. It was a prototype, is a prototype for the coming new world order, the one world order. Well, the European Union is collapsing. It is collapsing. Markets were crashing before coronavirus started to raised its head. I live in the UK, and the UK has got out of the European Union. Good thing too. I voted to leave in the referendum in 2016, not because I was well up on world economies and party politics, but because on principle I voted to leave, because I felt that what King Philip of Spain, Napoleon and Hitler had each failed to do, our own politicians had done for them. So on principle I voted to leave, and I think it was a good move. But yeah, they've been taking notes on how the European Union has fared. They've been taking notes. It was a prototype, an experiment to see how it would go. They're learning from this, and I think the same is for this coronavirus pandemic. Now, I'm not disputing that coronavirus is a nasty illness, and yeah, people have died, and obviously, you know, I'm not decrying that. I'm not belittling that at all. People have lost loved ones. But I don't think it's the pandemic. I don't think so at all. Because when the pandemic hits the world, it will go faster and be far more devastating than this has been, that this is. You see, I don't think there's many students of biblical end-time prophecy who would deny that the time is short. Yeshua, Jesus, is coming back very soon. And when I say very soon, I personally believe that we've got 10 years or so. That's my own personal belief. I personally believe it's theologically plausible, and maybe I'll do another video on that. Yeah, I think so. But no one can deny the acceleration of evil in this world. Revelation chapter 12, it says, "Rejoice, O heavens, and you who dwell in them. Woe to the earth and the sea, because the devil has come down in vain." Sorry, I'll read that again. I'm not having my glasses on me. "Woe to the earth and the sea, because the devil has come down to you, having great wrath, knowing that he has little time." So the acceleration, the evidence of accelerated evil in this world would indicate that Satan's wrath against mankind, against this earth, that he is accelerating. It's in more evidence. Almost every day we're seeing this. And also, if you look into what's going on, we've got Pope Francis getting stuck in with the New World Order, and people have sort of poo-pooed the New World Order. Oh yeah, conspiracy theory. I'm me and people like me are wearing tinfoil hats. But if you look at a US dollar bill, there's a Latin inscription under the seal with the unfinished pyramid with the all-seeing eye hovering over it. You've got a Latin inscription underneath that says Novus Ordo Seclorum. Well, that translates as New World Order, New Worldly Order. And for the last 10 years or so at least, we've had politicians around the world and US presidents openly stating that they're going to bring in a new world order, and they've used that term. So it's happening, folks, it's happening. Just like the Bible said it would. Well, the Pope is trying to unite all world religions into a one world religious system. You've got the one world government on its way. And what else does it say in Revelation? Revelation chapter 13. It talks about, or implies, a one world economic system. And I'll tell you something. The one thing this coronavirus outbreak is doing, or rather, what the fear-mongering by the media and the powers that be is doing, is it's crashing the world markets. It's crashing the world markets. Big global companies are going down. It is having a devastating effect on the world economy. And then you look at UN agendas like Agenda 21. The Agenda for the 21st Century. Look it up on YouTube. There's a lady called Rosa Koire who does a lovely expose of the New World Order. Oh, sorry, of Agenda 2030. It's supposed to be, they're looking at being full implementation of Agenda 21 policies by 2030. Artificial intelligence. Look at, research the advances in artificial intelligence. Truthstream Media YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description. Look up what they have to say about advances in artificial intelligence. What Elon Musk is saying. You see, the people at the forefront of AI development, they are saying, and these are the people who are developing it, they are saying that when it goes live, when it becomes self-aware, when it becomes a sentient, when it acquires sentience, i.e. self-awareness, they're saying that we will have created a brand new life form on planet Earth, one which will surpass humans as the dominant species. Yeah. Crazy. These same people are also saying that when this happens, the only way that we are going to survive under AI is to join ourselves to it. Yeah. But the moment we do that, we will cease to be human. And bless his heart, Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX, Tesla, has formed a new company called Neuralink, and he is developing a device which will be wet wired into people's brains to connect them via Wi-Fi to the AI cloud. So we will all be connected to the AI, and therefore, as a result, all connected to each other. Sounds to me like Revelation chapter 13, doesn't it to you? Causing everybody to worship the image of the beast and to receive a mark without which they won't be able to engage in trade or buy and sell. And everyone who does not worship it, he will cause them to be killed. Well, people like Ray Kurzweil, who's probably one of the leaders of those heading up the development of AI, he originally looked at 2045, but he's dropped that down now to 2030 or thereabouts, and I think it'll happen before that, given the rate of change of technological advancement. So all this is an experiment, folks. I think so. Don't get caught up in the panic, because this is not the real deal. I really don't think so. This is an experiment. The same as the European Union was an experiment, is an experiment. To see how it goes. They want to know exactly how much control they can exert over people and what they need to do to exert that control, to have that control over people. just how much can they control people with a little bit of fear-mongering? Okay, I think that's it. That's something for you all to think about. I'm sure I'm going to get loads and loads of, "Oh, you're talking trash," in the comments. Nah, we're all going to die right now. Oh, well, whatever. I don't care. If I do die, I know where I'm going. So, but be alert. Don't believe everything you hear. Seek the Father. Seek the Spirit. See what He's saying. All right. That's it. Shalom. Cheers.